Hi everyone and welcome to this piano review of the Kawai ES-920. After having this keyboard for over 2 years and using it for a couple of different gigs like hotel gigs, formal ceremonies, nursery homes, house concerts and a lot of theater gigs, and I've also taught students on this. So I can share my honest impressions and let you decide whether this keyboard is the right choice for you. Let's listen to a couple of the sounds. This is the SK Concert Grand default sampled piano from Kawai's flagship Grand Piano. Yes, I find the sound very alive. It is powerfully even across the registers, and I find it suitable for classical music and solo piano work. However, if you feel like cutting through the mix with a brighter sound, there is the EX Concert Grand Piano. It's Yamaha-esque in its bright sound. Yes, and the third piano on this instrument is the SK5. It's a smaller, more mellow sounding piano, so perhaps something more intimate. The fourth and last piano on this instrument is an upright piano. Yes, there are a couple of more sounds, but all of them are derivatives of these four sample sets, the three concert grands and the upright piano. Now, there are a couple of electric pianos, but before we get to this, let's talk about the action. How does it feel? I find it pretty good for a portable 17 kilograms. This has the weight necessary to deal with the most technical stuff you're gonna play. For example, I'm a ragtime piano player and I've no problem recreating all of my original pieces, Joplin rags, Zez Confrey, all the composers you could think about, no problem. However, the action does not feel exactly like a grand piano. There's definitely something a little bit off, something a little bit artificial, which is to be expected because no digital piano, even the Kawai MP11 SE, is a copy of a grand piano action or an acoustic piano action. However, the good news is that it's definitely okay to learn as a student on this instrument because the transition between this and a real piano is going to be very smooth. Let's listen to the Rhodes sound. There are a couple of variations for the Rhodes, for example, a phaser Rhodes. chorus version. And a Wurlitzer, which I find really good actually. And a DX7 type. The organs are kind of weak on this instrument, not gonna lie. This is not an organ engine. All of the variables are sampled. For example, the percussion is apparent on every note, unlike a real Hammond where you hear the percussion. Now, I shouldn't hear percussion on any other note, only on one note at a given time. So this is not really realistic. Also, the rotary effect is not the best, obviously. Yeah, and there's a church organ as well. Nice reverb. However, I find the church organ sound inferior to what Yamaha makes. I've had the Yamaha P515, and in comparison, I like the action on this one better because it's less fatiguing and it's more responsive. Yeah, there are a couple of vibraphone and strings, but no synth, no brass, no acoustic instruments, no guitars. So yeah, you can split and layer, something like that, for example. However, one thing I can't do, which I really wanted to do, which is one of my gripes with this keyboard, you can't 3-pot split and layer here. You can only do 2 sounds, right? Split or layer. So if I want this sound layered with a bass, here I can't. I have to give up one of the 2 things, the vibraphone or the EX concert grand. And I can adjust the mix. For example, if the vibraphone is too loud, I can lower it, no problem. So there are in total about 38 sounds. I didn't demo them all, but maybe in a future video I will. To sum it up, is this keyboard for you? Who is this instrument for? It's got a great action for what it is, in my opinion. Allows you to play whatever technical stuff necessary. It has really good piano sounds and decent other sounds. Again, don't expect keyscape or VST quality sounds. The pianos are very good, the rest is okay, right? And the speakers are loud enough to fill in a hall with a couple dozen people. I've done it. Very small theater halls, maybe a room or a classroom, or even a large gym room, also good. It's enough. And it's made out of plastic. So yeah, it's light enough to be carried around by a singular person. Some people report buzzing or vibrations from the plastic body. Some people say it's okay. Now that depends on how the keyboard is on the stand. How is it positioned on the stand? What kind of stand you have? What kind of room acoustics you have? And also the temperature, because, for example, I gig a lot and sometimes in the sun, the plastic bends a little bit, and I find that this is a direct factor causing buzzing to appear sometimes. So again, this plastic line here, just below the keyboard, is the most crucial one for the buzzing to occur or not, because it's a little bit flexy, which is my biggest gripe when it comes to build quality. Otherwise, I'm grateful for the weight. Is this for you? Are you a gigging pianist? Piano is most important for you? You don't use a lot of synths, you don't use a lot of organs, you don't use a lot of brass and guitars? This is absolutely the thing for you. Again, if you're looking for variety sounds of high quality, this is not the thing for you. If you're not a main piano player, this is not the thing for you. If you're not gigging, don't buy this. This is not something I'd recommend for people who are not gonna take this out of their house ever. So hopefully this review helped you, and if you have further questions, feel free to write them down in the comments and let me know what are your impressions from this instrument. Thank you very much.